What's up, guys? It is Friday, June 21st. It's 2:29 p.m. It's going to be a brief crypto update. I mean, nothing really much has changed. It looks like still sideways or lower for longer at this moment. Looking at Bitcoin on the 2-week chart, what I'm really looking for to see, all right, a big move and a turnaround back to the upside is about to happen is really this 2-week stock RSI. Once that 2-week stock RSI, this blue line starts to curl up and has like a V shape like that, that's when we can say, all right, we're locked and loaded, ready to go. But until that point, momentum on higher time frames is, clearly to the downside at this point. And looking at the Stargate signals, we do have the 2-week prepare to sell soons here. If we see more downside for Bitcoin and we see us break below 60K, we will get a sell now confirmation on the 2-week chart, which is a very high time frame. One thing that's a little worrisome as far as with Bitcoin is you have the TSI here and you put a trend line coming down like this and we hit the descending resistance here. So that's definitely one thing that is a bit of a concern. And why we have the prepare to sell soon is because we're overextended to the upside for Bitcoin as far as the underlying momentum. But what could save it is that stock RSI cross up there on the 2-week. If we look at the past 2-week sell now signals, we had one here. Well, the buy now hit the bottom back here in 2023, 2021 it hit the top. And then back here, we had a sell now in October 2019. It went down a lot. And then we had a buy now back here, a bear market bottom. We had a sell now at the top back here, a couple sell nows as far as the 2016 to 2017 bull market. Let me go to a chart with more history here. And we can even see there was a sell now back here in 2011 at the top when Bitcoin was like $16 and then it dropped down to $2. We had a sell now here in 2013 at 127 and then one at $1,000 and then a buy now back at 278. So really the only time that I would say there's 2 times in the bull market where there's been a 2-week sell now signal and we've continued up was back here in 2013, 2014. And then the 2016 to 2017 bull market. So comparing it, if we get that 2-week sell now signal, we could say, hey, if and it would be more of we're mimicking a 2016, 2017, less of a 2013, 2014. We could say if that sell now signal comes in and we remain in a hold market structure, we would be doing we could compare it to on a time scale back to September 2016 or back to September 2017. And that would mean if we're in the realms of September 2017, there's one last big push up. And then the next 2-week sell now signal that comes in is the bull market top. Or ideally, you'd want to see it be resembling to September 2016, where it was a sell now. And then we've kind of still worked our way up. It was not lower for longer, but sideways and grinding up higher for longer, which gave altcoins, if we're looking at September 2016, that was a few months before the biggest altcoin run in all of crypto's history. So you go to the 2-week chart here on others, we go back to September 2016. We're talking in comparison like them here, but then you see massive upside. So let me hide that. So September 2016, was a crash down kind of like we're doing now. If we were to copy that and kind of place it like this, in comparison, it would be a little lower for longer, sideways, and then we kind of work our way up towards the end of this year. And then October, we can have our push to new highs. And then that would mean that the bull market top would come in 2025 in this scenario now with the new information and data that we have. So all eyes are going to be on Bitcoin with that 2-week chart. If that sell now comes in, watching that stock RSI for the cross up to know, all right, we're ready to rattle again. But until then, the momentum is too heavy to the downside on higher time frames. So we can't get excited just yet. There's a little more working out that things need to do. And we also need to keep our ears to the streets and the tweets in case there's any catalyst to start accelerating a move to the upside. But where we're at as far as the trend line here, we're at a moment where we would need to hold. And like I've been saying with that Pi cycle MA, we would need to see on the weekly chart, let me pull it up. It closed back above on a weekly that pi cycle MA, which is currently sitting at 67K. Definitely something that would need to happen either in 2 days and 6 hours or at least on the next weekly candle. If we're still at these levels, but in the next 9 days, it's likely we're going to see more downside and maybe a breach below 60K for Bitcoin. So that's what I'm watching there. Also, for the Stargate VIPs with the sector detector in the Discord, let me pull that up. Sector detector here, I fixed the alerts on these. So they're going to be flashing into here now for the 1 day, 1 week, and 3 day charts for all the different sectors. And if we were to go over that real quick, and here's one thing I'm watching. If we're going to be, lower for longer, this is the total crypto market cap 1 week chart. If we're doing something like 2019, which is kind of matching up a little bit here as far as the move up, the timing of the moves going sideways, we would see a capitulation, a move down for crypto total market cap, a swift move down to like 1.85 trillion. And then, we'd pop back up and then kind of work ourselves around here for the summer, kind of just going sideways, up and down, ranging in between the median right there. And then we would see a rise and it would feel like, all right, we're ready to rattle. And then something with the election, because around mid-November, we would see kind of COVID crash type black swan scenario. And that would ultimately end up being the bottom in December of this year. And then by January, we start our rise up, January 2025 to January 2026. So that's another scenario I'm watching. And if we breach on the 3 day chart for the total crypto market cap, if we breach this 3 day 50 moving average, that to me, and that we breach that and then breach both these 786s, that to me would signify we might be doing something like June 2019, in my opinion. So those are the things I'm watching. Those are scenarios. In my opinion, lower for longer, I'm for it. I mean, it's not like it's going to be too long. And the longer that we have to accumulate blue chips at these levels and lower is only going to fill those pockets up bigger in the near future. I mean, what's a year? What's 6 months? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the key is to zoom out when in doubt, set alerts, enjoy summer, and then come back when those alerts fire off, and not be tied up in this day-to-day chop because it can get to you. So that's what I'm watching as far as that goes, as far as a potential fractal from June. And at the bottom here, we have the sector detector though. So if you're a Stargate VIP, you have access to this. What you'll want to do to be able to know what sector is, which each line is on the right side scale, right click, do labels, indicators, and financial name labels, and then bang right there. It'll be messy. So really you'd want to look at it with just the sector detector. So all that will go away. You can keep these momentum indicators here. You'll want to look at it on the total crypto market cap chart and you can see, and if you double click now, you can get a good gist. The yellow is the AI and big data. The purple is file sharing. The teal-ish is enterprise solutions. Layer 2 is red. Metaverse is purple. Smart contracts blue. Currencies are orange. And then DeFi green. So just like every other momentum indicator, when you have one of these, so AI and big data is very oversold. It's below that green line. So, and then back up here, you had a lot of, and back in May, right before June hit, you had a lot of the sectors in overbought territory. So usually you want to buy down here, you want to sell up here. So back in February, March-ish, we had a lot in the overbought, good time to sell. Then back here, it was like April 12th, you had that trough there. And if you remember, that was the wickening, the first big wickening. And that said, hey, very good time to buy. And then we saw a recovery up until May 24th. And then we saw the momentum start to go down. It was overbought. Might have been a good time to take profits. And now we're heading down into that oversold territory. And it looks like there could be some more working out to do to come down here, maybe into July. But once you see those start to curl back up, that's a good time to enter. But you can look at it on the 1 day chart for more kind of short-term action. So you're already seeing on the 1 day, they're starting to pick up. So AI and big data and DeFi are the leaders right now. And then if you go to the 1 week chart, you can look at it on a bigger, higher time frame. And we have a lot of them on the higher time frames in that oversold good time to buy territory. Then if we talk about like sector rotation, right? So if we go to a 1-day chart and if we take a look at the Discord here, oh, so yeah, it's not going to be most recent. So let me go back. So like right here, when you started to see June 18th, so just a few days ago, AI and big data start to really kind of break away from the rest of this pack here, and DeFi as well too, break away from the rest of this pack. You could say, hey, those sectors are the leaders. You might want to rotate from some of these ones down here that are laggards, and you'll be able to throw gas on better returns. Because back here, June 18th, that was Tuesday, a few days ago, you also have the sector detector watch list with it. So which coins make up the basket. So right here, so AI and big data, you have FET, GRT, AGIX, Render, and Numere. And, just from Tuesday, you look at it. So that was right here. And you look at the sector detector, FET was at $1.10. You started to see it break away the next day, and you saw a big pump out of FET, going from $1.11 all the way up to $1.75. You're talking about in a few days. That was a massive move in just a few days, 58%. Right now we have smart contracts, or let's see, currencies at the bottom, currencies being Litecoin, XRP, XLM, Bitcoin Cash. And, those have been the laggards, or the ones that are very suppressed on growth, even in this relief rally right now that we have with some coins. So that's a way that you can look at it. When in doubt, zoom out, go to that weekly chart, start high. So higher time frame, work yourself down. On the weekly chart, you're starting to see layer 2, start to see that on top. But let's see what's starting to really pick up steam, and that's AI and big data. Even currencies are starting to come up on the weekly. Enterprise solutions as well too. You go down here, you can start to see what makes up of each one. And then let's go to 3-day chart. So 3-day AI and big data is still oversold. 1 week chart, AI and big data is starting to curl up. And then the 1-day chart, it's starting to lead. So the sectors that are looking like they're going to have a big turnaround faster than most is AI and big data. I'm looking at that. And that goes with the narrative as well too. If you have any questions about how to use this for Stargate VIPs, on the website, let me go to it. You have the course videos. Go to stargate-ventures.com, education and software, request access to the Stargate indicator signals course, and it goes through each and every indicator and shows you how to use it and apply it. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And I will keep you guys updated in the Discord if anything changes in a big way. But for right now, the same story remains the same. So I'll see you guys in the Discord and in the next video.